Hello, welcome back. It's been a long time. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I've been neglecting, not purposefully. I've just been so busy with just school in general. But I will really try to be more regular, once a week kind of thing. I will try. I'll try my best. If you have any ideas of what other kinds of videos I should do, regardless, just like write them in the comments. I'm gonna read them. I read all of them, and then I'm gonna see what I can do. Also, oh my gosh, Ramadan Mubarak for anyone who's watching. I know I'm late. I'm currently fasting right now. I wish everyone strength and discipline to fast all the days, and if you're sick, I wish you health and I hope you get better. Let's get started. This topic is a juicy one because I personally related to it a couple years ago. However, I don't anymore, but I have a lot of friends and just a lot of people I know in my life in general that are such people pleasers that it pisses me off so much. This topic is near and dear to my heart because people that I love have been hurt by others and by themselves because of what they're doing, because of their people pleasing tendencies. So buckle up and we are going to explore how people pleasing came to be. Why do we do it? What are some misconceptions about it? And how do we stop? AKA the mindset shifts. When someone asks you for help, when someone comes to you and asks you for help, and your first response is, of course, let me help you no matter what. Actually, matter of fact, let me do it for you. Then congratulations, you're a people pleaser. And you might think you're such a noble person, you're such a good person for, putting yourself second and putting other people first and always helping them at your expense most of the time. You might think that's such a noble thing to do. That's so nice. But you're actually selfish. Ooh. And your ego is actually bigger than mine. And that's pretty hard to beat, guys. So let's get into why that is. 99% of people-pleasing tendencies start during childhood, and pretty much they never stop. And I keep saying and. I need to stop saying and. The significant amount of involvement of social media and of media in general that we consume, that we are taught, exacerbates the issue 100 million times. It exploits your insecurities of fearing being abandoned or being rejected. Maybe in your childhood you were taught that if you're not helpful, then you don't deserve to be loved, or something of that sort. I wanted to touch on the involvement and the significant involvement of indoctrination that goes into becoming a people pleaser. Humans are naturally, under most circumstances, selfish creatures. We want to put ourselves first in nature, and in thousands and thousands of years ago. Instinct-wise, we want to put ourselves first. Except for mothers. Mothers always put their child first, no matter if it's humans or not. But other than that, to have a selfish being, such as humans, put other people first all the time at the expense of themselves requires so much indoctrination. It's actually crazy, especially for women. So think about that, like, main character in a movie, the Disney princess, or even like in dramas, in Korean dramas, Turkish dramas. Like, I watch Turkish dramas, so I can tell you that the docile girl who never has any opinions or doesn't know anything about the world, or always does everything for everyone but leaves herself out, that kind of girl is the main character, is always portrayed as lovable, clumsy, quirky, and she always gets the guy. However, on the opposite end of the spectrum, the girl who has a career, who has opinions, who has goals, who is complicated and is not always gonna do what's benefiting other people, it's gonna do what benefits her. Women that are complicated are framed as dangerous, villainous, and outcasts. They're basically the bad guy in the movie. So think of like Aurora and think of like Maleficent, what that difference is. Now that we've talked about how social media and your childhood upbringing really exacerbates the problem, right? Turns you into a people pleaser. I want to talk about like a big misconception of what a people pleaser looks like IRL most of the time. And that person is the chameleon. When they're in a group of friends or when they're in a different social groups, they usually adapt to what other people have to say and their opinions, and they might not do this knowingly, but that's the most dangerous part. The most dangerous type of people pleaser is the people pleaser who doesn't know what they're doing, who doesn't know that they're people pleasing. This used to be me 100%. Not only are you fooling other people, right? You're showing them a not true version of yourself. You're also fooling yourself. If you don't acknowledge the issue first, there is no way to actually solve it. If you don't think there's a problem with you, you're not going to go and solve it. Now, I've had this conversation with a lot of my friends in the past, and even sometimes to this day, I have conversations with my friends on how to stop people pleasing, because it pisses me off so much when I see them putting themselves last. First of all, realize that you're doing this out of the fact that you want them to like you and you want them to perceive you in a certain way, not because you actually like or care about this person. A lot of people pleasers, what do they want? They want something in return. They give you a compliment because they want a compliment in return, or they help you out because they think, or you think, that someone else will help you out, right? Because in media, that's usually how it goes. In movies, it's portrayed as, oh, I help someone and someone helps me, and domino effect and such. A lot of the time in real life, that does not happen. So I'm just warning you, a lot of the times you might be doing this out of your own selfish wants, out of your ego, because you want them to give you a compliment, or you want them to help you, or something like that. A lot of the time, people pleasers, when things are not going their way, instead of politely asking for help, they've built up this resentment in them against this one person or against all these people. And so they start pouring out receipts. They start saying, oh, I did this for you. I did that for you. I did this for you. In Uzbek, it's called minnet. Minnet is a verb. It's a verb when you tell someone what you did so that you can feel appreciated, acknowledged, or you can have them reciprocate that to you. Low-key, I had to move because immigrant household, guys. The last mindset shift before I go on to actual tips is realizing that boundaries can only strengthen a relationship. And there's mutual love and respect. Boundaries will be respected, and not only that, they will care to not overstep them. Like if they've overstepped them before and you tell them to not, they're usually going to take it well. If they're actually your people, if they're your homies, they will appreciate and respect you for respecting yourself. The only time boundaries are going to break a relationship is when that relationship is not meant for you. I'm saying this from an Islamic and religious perspective. You can take it as any way you want. Like for some reason, you have shame for putting up boundaries, but they have no shame for crossing your boundaries over and over again. Only two things I will say really are easier said than done, and they are basic. Like you've heard these before, but just to reiterate, say no. Learn to say no. Learn to say no in the little things and then the big things. Then you can say no in the big things. Then, also, number 2, don't over-explain. You don't owe a 25-page essay explanation to people who honestly, they wouldn't respect your boundaries. Obviously, don't overstep their boundaries as well. Putting up your own boundaries does not mean overstepping others, first of all. And second of all, no over-explaining is necessary. Genuinely, people who know and love you will know that you didn't do it on purpose. Anyways, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm so sorry for the change of scenery, and if there's any sound in the background, my condolences to your ears. I feel bad, but it's an immigrant household. What can I say? Love you. Bye.